recognized.
I rise today to offer an amendment which addresses both the incredibly important role played by the President's National Security Council, but also the concerning trend of consolidation of authority in the White House. Over the past two administrations, the NSC has transformed from simply a coordination and advisory body to something else entirely. We recently heard from President Obama's three former Secretaries of Defense, Gates, Panetta, and Hagel, each outlining the challenges they faced in trying to manage the Department of Defense in combat operations in the face of a more intrusive NSC. Most notably, Secretary Gates said, quote, "It was the operational micromanagement that drove me nuts," of White House and National Security Council staffers calling senior commanders in the field second-guessing commanders. The NSC was never intended to operate in this manner. It was intended to be an advisory body and interagency coordination center for the President. However, its size has exploded from roughly 100 staffers under President Clinton to 200 under President Bush and now 400 under President Obama. Moving decision-making away from the departments undermines the authority of secretaries and general officers who have been confirmed by the Senate and concentrates power with unelected, unconfirmed, and unaccountable bureaucrats who care more about optics than narratives. This was best illustrated in the recent profile of Deputy National Secretary Advisor Ben Rhodes, who has a master's in creative writing and no practical experience in foreign policy. Mr. Chairman, the National Security Council has moved far beyond its original advisory role to one where NSC staffers make critical operational decisions. My amendment simply restores accountability to this operational organization by requiring the NSC to participate in the Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA, upon confirmation of the National Security Advisor by the Senate. Bringing the NSC under FOIA is not without precedent. The NSC actually maintained a FOIA program and complied with requests under Presidents Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, and Clinton. However, a 1996 court case ruled that since it was an advisory body, it did not need to participate. The NSC is not simply an advisory body anymore. It's time to bring it back under FOIA and shine light on its activities. This amendment fits well into Chairman Thornberry's broader NSC reform efforts, and I thank him for making this a priority in this year's NDAA. As the Chairman outlined earlier, these provisions will make it clear to future administrations that the NSC cannot continue to just grow in size and mission without consequential oversight measures. I now yield the esteemed Chairman of the House Armed Services Committee, Mr. Thornberry, 1 minute.
Gentleman is recognized.
I thank the gentlelady for yielding. And